Yeah. Hi, I'm Conner Youngblood, and this is Juno, and this is Records in Our Life. All the time we've wasted now. All the time we've wasted.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us what's new and exciting about your new record.
It's called Cheyenne.
That's right.
Yeah, Cheyenne is a city in Wyoming. It's also the name of a girl I know. It's just a friend, but
Ooh.
a lot of the justice. But a lot of songs about places, people, and I really like that name. And it's like the second I met her, and it had to do with both the location and a person, and it kind of tied in all the themes perfectly in one solid word.
You filmed, I know you were filming in Japan, like one of your videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tour in Japan when you were there as well, or you just shot?
Just shot a video. I'm
so cool.
Going in April, though, for a show.
Okay.
2 shows.
That's
actually
so cool.
Technically 4 shows. 2 nights, 4 shows, and they do the thing where it's you play, and then you clear out the room and you play again.
They do that in Japan, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. That was the standard, I guess, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
so you play back to back the same night. I'm doing that in Tokyo and Osaka.
You've played. I was looking over your tour itinerary from past. I mean, you've played in a lot of interesting countries, like Poland. I think you played in Poland and
3 shows there. Yeah.
Norway. To name a few. Were there any artists you discovered like good albums from any of those few travels?
Ooh, I really like this guy named Francisco Cespedes, who I believe he lives in Mexico. I don't know if he's Mexican, but they played him a lot in Spain, and he was in a Volkswagen commercial there, a song called La Vida Loca, and it's really good. It's a really old song, I think, but I think the kids are liking it nowadays. Yeah.
And you're a young fellow. Give us another contemporary artist that you're digging these days that we should be looking out for.
Yeah, I really like Francis and the Lights, and everyone's probably already looked out for him. Do you know his music?
I've heard.
He's really good. Hopefully that doesn't get too loud, but yeah, Francis and the Lights is great. Younger artist, who's someone really young that I love.
Is there
a guy named Choker that's pretty good.
Which was that, right?
Choker. Check him out. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And I was going to ask you, I mean, you're a relaxed guy. I was going to say, what do you at home, like a lot of people like to unwind and listen to something when they're, having to wash the dishes or cook a meal, but you're a pretty relaxed guy. But what's good to listen to at home?
When washing the dishes and cooking, I think the last time I did that, I put on Meatloaf. Yeah, I very specifically remember that. But I love Fleetwood Mac.
Because you said the last time, there's a small joke to insert there. You said the last time I was cooking. Were you joking there, or was that you put on the Meatloaf record, or you?
I was listening to Meatloaf.
Okay,
actually, yeah.
I was saying you were preparing Meatloaf.
I wasn't preparing Meatloaf, but it somehow, I think it was influenced by the fact that he was named Meatloaf that got me started on that. But Fleetwood Mac's always good cooking music. Their album Tusk, that's the one to go for. No.
What's a good date movie? Sorry. What's a good date album soundtrack?
Date album soundtrack. Maybe. I really like Cocteau Twins, the Heaven or Las Vegas record. It's in the distance. It's not too overwhelming. You can talk over it, but you can pay attention to it. You don't understand what she's singing about anyways. And so, yeah, that's a good date record. Yeah.
And give us an album now. I mean, we're living in kind of uncertain times, like politically uncertain times. What's a good record? A peaceful, just get the message of peace out there and to all check ourselves.
Ooh, maybe I'll go with T for Tillerman by Cat Stevens. I don't know if he's necessarily singing about peace in every song, but it really makes me peaceful. You can't help but be peaceful listening to Cat Stevens. Yeah.
And I'm going to give you one of the hardest questions that anybody. Okay. You're allowed to take one record with you.
How long am I gone for?
You're allowed to take one record with you.
I'd guess I can go with In Rainbows Radiohead, but I'm going to get sick of it. I guess I'll bring it with me and I'll listen to it once like a month. Yeah, I don't have to listen to it every day, right? No. Okay, just on special occasions. Yeah.
And thanks so much for being on the show. Let's do one more if you don't mind.
Totally.
My son has scratched all my he scratches my records on a daily basis. Like, he's 3. I can't blame him, but I want to start a new collection for him. What's the first record I should buy for him?
I'm trying to think of the first, maybe the first Gorillaz album, because that was the first album I think I got, and it's kind of cartoonish. Kids can watch all the music videos. Yeah, go with the first Gorillaz album, the self-titled one.
Was that the first album you got, Gorillaz?
Either that or Linkin Park, either around the same time. But I think that it might have been both at the same time, actually. But those were the two.
That's a pretty cool record, Gorillaz.
Yeah.
Because mine was a lot uncooler. I forgot what it was, but it wasn't as cool as the Gorillaz.
I just knew when I was seeing those videos on MTV, I was obsessed from the get-go and thought Clint Eastwood and 2000 were the coolest songs ever. And I was obsessed to the point of buying all the Japanese singles. I think they had buy mail fan clubs back then still. I think I'd signed up for something and was getting stuff in the mail. They had some kind of comic books that went along with it. I was very much in. I was head first. I was a Gorillaz fan. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, this show is about educating people about records. I really appreciate it's been a wealth of knowledge. I really appreciate your time. And
hopefully we've learned a thing or two. Hopefully I've learned a thing or two. Do you have any recommendations?
I think I've learned for music, Canadian artists? Or?
Yeah, who should I be listening to who's a Canadian artist? Besides Feist, she's my favorite.
Feist is great.
Yeah.
You like instruments. You're an instrument person. Have you ever heard of a jazz guitarist he's dead now, but called Lenny Breau? No. Breau.
Lenny
Breau. He is kind of the school of Wes Montgomery. I think you could loosely compare to him, but he's
Lenny
fantastic. Yeah, check out a record if you can. I don't know if you'll remember. You have a good memory, but
Breau.
Live. He has one called Live at Bourbon Street.
Cool.
It's just him and bassist Dave Young. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Perfect.
And the last thing, thanks again, Connor, is we like to ask. Look at this guy here. Can we sign in on that ball of love there? Oh my goodness. He's got such a good energy. Like pets
He brings out the best in me. I think I've rubbed off some of my essence on him, but yeah,
he's a lamb, man. He's sweet as a lamb. I mean, it's actually, I don't know how sweet lambs are, but they seem pretty
They've got to be pretty sweet.
They have to be, right?
Yeah.
So we like to ask for some words of wisdom. We ask all our guests.
I'm a big believer in I know it's I was about to say just do it, but that's the Nike slogan, but still, like, there's things that it's really, I think the toughest thing to do is motivate yourself to do the things you want to do, and you think you can't do it, and I think all it really takes is forcing yourself to do it in the first place, and then it gets done. Like, that happens with music, writing music to me, doing videos, artwork, like all the little things, social aspects of my life, anything, all it takes is just actually starting the process of doing it, and the thinking just gets in the way sometimes, and just do it.
Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe.
And if you're really feeling it, please hit us up on Patreon. Cheers.